You're going to find the perfect G Wagon to buy. That's exactly what we'll be covering in this video. Which G Wagon is right for you, where to search for them, and what to look for so you don't only get a fair deal, but you avoid all of the mistakes that people make. And you hear these stories on the internet of people buying one and there's some mysterious wobble or problems that they didn't forecast and they're dumping tens of thousands of dollars to get it fixed. So let's jump right into today's video. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Adam, and this behind me here, this is my real business. And this on the G Wagon channel is my passion for the love of G. And I hope to spread the love of G to you to help you get into the dream G of your life. All right, now let's rock and roll. As you can see, I'm sharing my computer screen, and what we need to do first is figure out what G are we shopping for you, or what G are you shopping for? So if you didn't watch this video yet, do it now. There's a video I did with Joe of Alliance Auto Care, and Joe is a G Wagon expert. I met Joe after buying my first G, which was a 2018 limited edition, brought it to a shop, did a 2-inch lift, 33s, loved working with him, loved my G, ended up with a second one, which is a white one back here, 2015, which has turned into a massive project, 4-inch lift, 35s, bumpers, front and rear winch. I wheel the snot out of it. I document those journeys here on the channel. So anyway, this will help you figure out which G is right for you, as well as this buyer's guide. And it might be updated. Oh, look at that. Someone's in there right now looking at it. So anyway, this might be updated because it's continual work in progress. But there's a link to this G Wagon buyer's guide in the description. But I'm just going to give you a quick high level, and then we'll turn our attention to where we're going to search and what we're going to look for. Now, first and foremost, you need to figure out what is the application for your G Wagon. It could be a daily driver. Maybe you want a restored street queen and you just want this slice of history. Or maybe you're looking for that kind of mid-range adventure vehicle that's going to be used for some daily use, as well as maybe bouncing through the mountains or the desert to take you to camp spots or fishing spots or mountain biking destinations. And then you have the other end of the spectrum where maybe you're just a dedicated off-roader. That's the camp I fell into, that I just want a really fun vehicle that brings a sense of occasion to getting out in the mountains and in the woods and challenging myself and doing Moab trips. So here's my quick version. If you want daily-able, and that's your number one thing, in my opinion, probably get the newest one you can. You'll notice on the channel that we specialize in 2000 up to 2018, because in 2019 is when they updated them. And in my opinion, they kind of neutered what was the ethos of a G Wagon, where they went to an independent front suspension, wider, longer, all new tech, and it's more luxury, but you lose that tactile feel in the original beauty of what was designed in the late 1970s. All right, so if you're looking for a piece of history, G500 can't go wrong. If you're looking for an AMG, the G55 is sick. G63 is also really neat. And then as you watch that video, you'll see what's changed in the model years and which engine options are available. But here's the scoop. You really can't go wrong. All Gs essentially drive the same. The difference is in the drivetrain, in which interior you like. But you can modernize almost any G with three things: wheels. I'm going to categorize wheels and suspension. If you throw on new shocks and springs, you can make any old G drive new again. Wheels will make it look new. And then interior options, you can throw in a new display to get the latest tech to work off your phone, so you can have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. And the third thing, I should have not categorized it: wheels and tires, suspension, and technology. All right, technology meaning the display. So let's get into where are we going to look. Now, first things first, since all Gs drive virtually the same, and I know this is crazy, people are like, oh, you got to go test drive it. I don't know if you do. I bought one local and one sight unseen. So I have up here both Auto Trader, Cars.com, eBay Motors, and a couple others, which we'll get to. And I just want to share with you kind of my criteria, my search range. So for me, I was looking for my second G as a 2013 to a 2015. Why? I wanted a 5.5 liter naturally aspirated V8. It's the best option for a steel bumper and a winch. To me, it's like the perfect platform for modern off-road capability. So in this example, I'm just going to search for those, but please know this will be the same for whatever it is you search. Now, what I am going to do, a lot of people say they want to search local. I'm going to push you to search nationwide. Okay, search nationwide. And the reason for that I will get to. But first, I'm going to figure out which version I'm looking at. And in this example, I am looking for a G550. So we're going to scroll on down. And gosh, I love the G55. So I'm going to just search right there. Okay. Now, what I've done is I'm running a nationwide search for 2013 to 2015. You can see it's March 22nd, the year is 2025, and I see what my options are. Now, miles are less important, in my opinion, than the CARFAX history. So immediately, I'm just going to tell you the things that I would prefer to avoid. I would prefer to avoid vehicles that have been adulterated, meaning modified, for cosmetic purposes. Now, this is my own theory, but I found that people that are, there's kind of two camps of G Wagon people. There's like G Wagon enthusiasts, and then people that just want to say they have a G Wagon or like show off that they have a G Wagon and flex in some way. And those people, this again, I know I might draw some criticism, are often the ones doing these cosmetic designs. They're often people that buy in what I'll say, like get in over their skis. Maybe they aren't comfortable with the fact that you're having to maintain a $140,000 sticker price vehicle or $100,000 sticker price vehicle. So like this one, obviously the bull bar was removed, but looks like factory wheels. This one, I don't know. So what I'm looking for as I scroll through, and I'm going to pop into some of these, is the lowest miles, fewest owners with the cleanest history. Like this one right here, I would avoid that one like the plague. That's me. A 2015, I have no idea. Maybe it's sitting on portals. Maybe that's why it's so crazy expensive. But anyway, let's pop into a couple of these. All right. Now, as nutty as it may sound, my preference is generally from a dealer unless I have a CARFAX from them. So once I pop into here, the first thing that I'm going to do is go look at the CARFAX. And this one, here we go, free CARFAX report. So what I'm looking for, moderate damage is probably going to be a no-go for me. For previous owners, I don't know if that matters because you might find one that someone leased and then bought it out. That'll classify as two owners. So the one I'm in now says two owners, but it was actually one. It was leased under his business and then he bought it personally. So you just got to do a little investigating. But as I look through here, see there's two damages reported. So for me, I'm not buying this one. Could it be repaired? Yes, but it's something that's marked moderate damage as opposed to minor. I'm likely gonna pass. But I'm gonna use this as an example. So this one's a California vehicle, first owners reported. What I'm looking for as I scroll through is service records. So maintenance inspection completed. What I don't see here, so tail light, service, tire condition, two mounter. Okay, where's oil changes? Power steering fluid flush. So there's no real service history, but it is going back to the dealer, which is nice. The interesting thing, like in a new G Wagon, why would you go to not dealer on a new $100,000 vehicle? So this is kind of interesting to me. Like most people are going to do dealer service. So when I start seeing like on a newer vehicle, a missing service records, I personally don't want to buy from someone who's a DIYer. It doesn't mean that they're not capable. It just means that I prefer to not risk a DIYer when I could see a professional doing it. So this one, at least they're using some shops to do it. And yeah, Euro shops, which is great. But what I'm looking for as I go through the history, gosh, this thing's been in a couple little, looks like this one's probably in a 3-car pile up front and rear at the same time. Again, and then Valvoline, I would never take a G Wagon to a Valvoline instant oil change, but that's just me. So service record wise and accidents, this one's giving me not pleasant vibes, and if it were my money, I wouldn't be buying this one. Now, I'm going to jump into another one, and I'll just show you a couple of the other things that I look at. Miles, so these are comparable miles. Let's jump into this 2015. My wife won't let me buy red cars. By the way, it's kind of like this joke because her first vehicle was red and it was nothing but problems. So it's like the association with red. So again, I'm going to jump into the CARFAX reports. The first place I go. What I'm looking for. So again, 3 previous owners. We don't see any issues. And I'm also looking at where it was owned. I personally avoid vehicles in the Rust Belt in America where they're salting roads. G-Wagons can have rust issues. Joe and I go through that in my video playlist. Let's pop back into that. I have a video playlist on a buyer's guide, and in this playlist, it was right here. Oh, I'm sorry, right here. What to look for when buying a used G Wagon. Oh, as of filming this, I haven't even published it. This is actually published this next Saturday. So you'll be able to see what to look for. But G Wagons can rust. They can develop rust. In fact, I just got back from a drive with Joe. He just bought a G Wagon for $5,000. The thing is rustier than hell. You'll see the video on that very soon. Now, so I want to avoid rust areas. Omaha, Nebraska is a rust area. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to touch it, but it means I am going to inspect it extra close. The G Wagon, my 2015 is from St. Louis, and the thing was garage kept, and it's in great shape. So what I love to see, all right, so this one was purchased, and what I'm looking for is transfer case removed. So at 4,000 miles, most likely this was some sort of warranty thing. I like seeing warranty bugs get worked out early, but what I'm looking for is this going to come back for a transfer case issue or other issues throughout its service history? Those are the red flags to me that you might have a dud of a vehicle. Now, if it's just right here, 4,000 miles, we might be working out the kinks. Let's see, noted as red, drivability. So sun visor replaced, who knows, warranty, someone could have gotten it dirty. I'm not worried about it. Look at that, for service change in the first 10,000 miles. Everything is looking good here. Looks like things are being checked. No big deal. Okay, emission performed, blah, blah, blah. You'll see this a lot. Electrical system checked. This is just the coating. My understanding, and please correct me if you know if you know more than me about this, but my understanding is this is kind of like programmatically what goes in when you're in for service. So they got new tires and new brakes and sensors. All normal stuff. Okay, wipers, normal stuff. So we're through our first 35,000 miles. Again, another tire. Looks like they got some flats at some point. Again, 2 tires. Got a lot of flats for this one. Trim repaired. Okay, minor. What this tells me, though, is this person cares for the vehicle. Okay, oil, filter. Again, good Lord, on the tires. So who knows? But again, here, brakes are checked. Brake fluid changed. I'm looking to see if they cared for it, and it's going back to Park Place Motor Cars. So this is showing me, again, good Lord with the tires. This is funny. But when I'm looking through this, cooling system checked at 64,000 miles, totally normal. Radiator replaced, great. Spark plugs done, okay. And then again, oil changes. So I don't see anything, and then more tires. Good Lord. I don't know what's going on, why they're getting tires every 3,000 miles on this vehicle. But this probably has a lot more to say about their road or the tires they're buying. But looking through this, I don't see anything. I see a new radiator, spark plugs, and then a transfer case service under warranty. And it looks like most of this stuff was dealer service with 3 owners. And then, so that I'm going straight to the CARFAX first, then I'll look through the pictures. All right. Now, obviously, what I'm doing is narrowing my search. Paint looks great. I know I'm ripping through this, but you can see this thing, man, someone should buy this vehicle. This is clean. This is very clean. Holy smokes, is this clean. All right, so this one's top of my list right now. Now, what I'm going to do next, is this good? All right, so this one's going to stay up as one of my contenders. I'm also going to be checking, you can check any of the online platforms, cars.com and eBay Motors. We can do the same thing. So I will, again, just run through the search. I don't need to do it on this one again because you already get the idea. I'm looking for low miles, as low as I can get, fewest owners as possible, dealer service, showing regular service intervals without weird things that show up over and over again. Or if I see like all of these things that are going wrong that shouldn't be going wrong, I'm going to avoid that vehicle. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do, because I am going to show you a couple other places to search. Well, let me do that, and then we'll get into the next bits. Cars.com and AutoTrader, a lot of dealerships are just spending money to get you on both of those platforms anyway. So you may see duplicates, but maybe not. Facebook Marketplace is a reasonable thing, but you can search, again, G550, G500, and you'll see what's up there. This one, interesting, clean. See, this one's a little higher miles, but I would prefer higher miles with fewer owners and well cared for. This is actually really interested. 2 weeks ago, no accidents. They got some nice BFG tires. Wheels look like they're in good shape. So anywho, you get the idea, all right? If I ever buy privately, I'm going to get the CARFAX or pay for the CARFAX. Now, what you want to do is a pre-purchase inspection We show you this here. If you aren't comfortable doing your own, bring it somewhere to do it for you, okay? Now, let's get into a couple of things. So some people say, hey, you'd buy a vehicle sight unseen, and the answer is yes. So when I got my 2015, I did a virtual test drive, and I had the salesman send me a Zoom link, and we met over Zoom, and he was great to work with. He was working at an exotic car dealership, a higher end dealership in St. Louis, and this vehicle was on consignment. And he walked me through, and I was able to take exactly, let me just shrink my face here, what we walk you through. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into this video. That's not even published yet. So you'll see as Joe and I go through, we did an underbody inspection as well as a test drive, and then we wrap up. So there's our test drive, and then where was it? We wrap up doing an exterior inspection right here where you're going to be looking for rust. Okay, so there are some places where rust can hide, and all I did is once I knew what I needed to look for, I had the salesman walk through and just show me everything. He was patient. He took me on a test drive. I said, I want you to go into a parking lot, shift it into 4 low, hit the locker buttons, show me all the windows working, hit the heated seats, show me those are working, walk me through all the door hinges. Super patient. And what that allowed me to do is open up my search to get the perfect specimen and then get it shipped. And shipping turned out to be cheaper than a flight and gas. A flight and gas. I think maybe it was a hotel in there too, but I think it was like $1,100 or $1,200 to get it shipped from St. Louis to Colorado. And otherwise I would have had to purchase a flight, which I think at the time was like $500. And then I looked at gas. I was like, man, and then 2 days of my time, like it was worth, even if it was like $100, $200 difference, totally worth it. All right. eBay Motors is another good place to search, but I want to leave my favorite last two. First, Brian. Brian doesn't even know I'm filming this. Brian runs Turismo Auto Group, and he's who I got my first G Wagon from, our 2018. And he specializes in beautiful high-end Mercedes and Porsche. As you can see, he's got this. This is current here. He's got a 2022. He's got this E63. But as you scroll through, have recently sold, and he does Porsche a lot, as you can see. You'll see G classes in here, and this isn't all of them. He's sold quite a few Gs. So keep an eye on what Turismo, here's his website, turismocar.com. He can also find them for you. So if you're looking for a specific vehicle, he'd be someone to take a look at. And then I also want to give a shout out. This person has no idea I'm doing this shout out, but I'm going to do it anyway. If I'm on Bring a Trailer, if you're not familiar with Bring a Trailer, it is an auction site. I met a guy named Jack, and Jack, separate from Jack Wagon Overlanding, ended up commenting on one of my videos. I recognized the name. I just reached out to him. I was like, dude, we met because I was trying to buy one of your trucks. So I can search the W463 platform and see the live auctions. And I just got to do a shout out. This one will probably be sold by the time this video airs. But this is a 27,000 mile 2014 G550. And it's the seller is Little Handigan, and his name's Jack Handigan III, I believe. Jack, you can correct me if I'm wrong by the time you see this, but shout out to you, my friend. Because if you look at his history, which first I'm going to show you this vehicle, Jack is finding these like gorgeous specimen G Wagons, low miles. He's updating them and caring for them. And when I share with you, like updating the tech, he's already done that in this particular vehicle. So you're getting basically a new G, 27,000 mile with the latest tech, all the pictures, and the sellers on Bring a Trailer are very focused on having a great reputation. So my guess is as you scroll down or through this, Jack will post videos, at least he did on the other vehicle I bought or that I was bidding on, showing the lockers working, test drives. He'll jump on the phone with you. But again, he knows the rust areas. So he's taking pictures of the hinges. You know, this is where there could be rust. So if you look at Little Handigan, keep an eye on his auction sites. I just watch them for fun. Let's pop into it right here, Seller Little Handigan, and you're going to just see, I'm going to show you one of the ones that I bid on. So I bid, you can see, look at this, 40,000 mile, 37,000 mile. How does he find these beauties? Like he, again, specializing in a lot of Gs. 2008 G500. I ended up bidding on this one, this 2014, and I didn't run it up as high as someone else did. So I lost that one, but I met him through this, and this inspired the build. And I was like, man, that AFN bumper looks great. So take a look at Bring a Trailer, and just remember when you search Bring a Trailer, it's really easy. You type in the platform W463, and you can look for a G-Class or potentially an AMG if that's what you're into. And again, here's another one, and I think this is also, yeah, it's Jack, little hand again. Gorgeous, 37,000 mile, 2016. All right, beautiful truck. Oh, man, I got to like hide my wallet when I start G shopping. So in summary, first steps to buying your dream G-Wagon is to figure out which G-Wagon you want. Duh, right? Do you want an AMG or a non-AMG? And what year? Once you get it down, jump on the auction sites, search nationwide. All right, next, sort by miles, just because you want to, why not get the lowest miles you can? Fewest owners, fewest or no accidents, only minor or less. Avoid the rust belt, and if you're in the rust belt, just inspect it extra close, and then look at the CARFAX report just like we did, and look for things like repeated issues of things that are outside normal maintenance or reasonable maintenance. And then once you do that, you're going to be able to open your search up nationwide, do a virtual test drive, and get your dream G delivered to you. And then when you get excited about building it up, jump into this playlist on the G-Wagon build tours. And maybe by the time this airs, you'll see more. You'll get some inspiration and ideas and have some fun with it. Now, there's a link to the Ultimate Buyer's Guide beneath this video. And I want you to jump right into this video next because I'm going to share with you what I believe to be the absolute perfect daily driver built G and how I think it should have come off the production line. Jump into that video right here, and I'll see you in the next one.